How do you find the discipline? You don't find discipline, you create discipline. Before the pandemic, it was very easy for me to work out, for me to stay healthy, because that's how my schedule was. My schedule forced me to be productive. My schedule forced me to work out, to eat healthy-ish. During the pandemic, everything went out the window. Everything. I didn't have to wake up early for work, which meant I didn't have to eat healthy at night. So what that meant was during the pandemic, I was smoking like crazy and the munchies was wild. And I would wake up the next morning with like a stomach ache, but I didn't have to go anywhere. So I could just sit at home and chill. The gyms were closed, but I was lucky enough that I worked for a private gym. So I can go and work out by myself and not have any problems, right? So it wasn't like I would work out in the beginning, I think like 5 times a week, but then I just didn't care after a while because when you see everything closed and nobody give a shit, it rubs off on you. At least for me, it did. I smoked a lot. I ate a lot. It went from 5 workouts to 3 workouts to 1 to 2 workouts a week. You can build habits, right? It's so hard to build habits that last, but it's so easy to break it down and not come back and just like lose it for a very long time. So how did I find the discipline back, right? The past 2 months, I've lost 30 pounds. I asked myself questions every single day. What do I care about? What's worth it to me? What makes me happy? How do I want to live? I keep reminding myself through questions about like where I'm at physically, where I'm at mentally, where do I want to go, and am I tired of my own shit? So I'm also the type of person where I can talk down to myself, right? Call myself, oh, stop being a fat piece of shit. Stop doing this. Stop being a lazy this. Nobody wants to take advice from a personal trainer who looks fat, who doesn't even take his own advice. Nobody wants to work with a personal trainer who doesn't look healthy. Then in the beginning of this year, when I had health insurance and I went to go see a doctor, and this doctor told me my blood pressure was too high. I think it was like 140 over 80, something crazy. And he said if he's gonna see me in 3 months, and if I don't drop down my blood pressure by working out more, by doing more cardio, by watching what I eat, basically being in a calorie deficit, he was gonna put me on blood pressure medication. I am not a person who has blood pressure medication, bro. I felt like my identity was attacked. And so I had to make changes. So I've been losing weight for the past 2 months, and you don't find discipline, you don't find motivation, you create it, right? If I feel like if you do not like motivation is like, oh, I feel like doing something good today for my health, I'm gonna do it. Discipline is it's on the schedule. This shit is important to me. I'm going to find the time for it, right? When you have a job, your boss doesn't give a fuck whether you feel motivated to work or not. They create a schedule, you accepted this schedule, and so you show up every single day. So it's the same thing you do with your health, right? It's the same thing you do with discipline. What is important to you? What do you have to do today to make money? Good. Now, outside of that, what can you do to take care of your health? If work starts at a certain time and ends at a certain time, you have a decision to make. Are you going to work out and take care of your body before work? Are you going to work out and take care of your body after work? So you create discipline, you create the time that you need to work out, you ask yourself questions about what's important to you, and then you make it happen. And this is another thing too, is like you can't be somebody who's discouraged from, oh, I didn't go to the gym today, I fucked up. Like, all right, cool, you're human. It's going to happen. I feel like you have to fail forward. You can learn from failures and then you can fail forward, or you can fail backwards. And backwards is like, I just give up. And that's not an option, right? If you want to be, I'm not going to say if you want to be happier because that's different for everybody, but if you want to find discipline, you create the discipline. How can you manage your own time?